Hey, it's the Monday Morning Money Show. I got Joey Arvison with me, which is perfect time. And Joey just walked in right as the show was about to start. And we were talking a little bit about money on Friday. And so we're going to talk about it again today. I think Joey knows what I'm going to talk about.
I do.
We're going to talk about some good things. Okay. We're going to talk about positivity. This show is going to remain positive. Now we're going to talk about some truths. We're not going to jump down any rabbit holes, not too much anyway. And we want to make sure that we're adding value to anybody who's concerned about their money, who wants some information that they might can increase their cash flow, increase their net worth, anybody who's interested in sales. Look, if you have money or if you don't have money, money is very important.
Either way.
So if you are broke, you need to know how to get some money. If you're a little bit wealthy, if you've got some cash, a little bit, $500,000.
Right. Small amount.
But that's a big amount to a lot of people.
Right.
Look, $500,000 is a lot of money.
It is.
Unless it's an Iraqi dinar. Okay. But 500,000 American dollars is a lot, even though I could hold it in my hands right here.
About a 4-inch by
10 pounds.
Yeah.
Like a 10-pound dumbbell. It's very important. Unless, there's also digital currency.
There is.
There's a lot of hype about the Bitcoin bubble. Friday
ushered in the decline there.
Yep. Friday, I made a post. Bitcoin passes $40,000. And I think a lot of people think that I was like cheering or whatever. And someone asked me, does $40,000 Bitcoin make sense? I said, absolutely. It makes just as much sense as $100,000 Bitcoin or $200,000 Bitcoin,
$1 million Bitcoin,
million or $2 Bitcoin, because there's no value in it whatsoever. Now, I have got a bunch of haters on that, but however, I'm not the type of person to say I told you so.
No.
But Jamie, if you will, let's show a chart of the Bitcoin. Let's look at a 5-day. Now, by the way, again, I'm not the type of person to say I told you so, because I was calling this a bubble when it was at 15,000. And so I would have doubled my money if I'd have
put in then.
Yeah. And I'm glad you didn't say invested, but if I'd have bought that bubble product at 15,000, I would have doubled my money if I cashed out now.
Correct.
But see, here's the sad thing is, are we splitting the screen? Or are they seeing it? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Here's the sad thing. A lot of people bought into the hype, and click on that highest point right there about 2 or 3 or 5 days ago, Jamie.
42,000, and they bought in then.
Yeah. So right in there, it was about 42,000. So a lot of people bought into the hype and bought Bitcoin at $42,000. Now let's just say that you had $42,000 or that you had $84,000 to invest in. You could have invested in gold. You could have kept your money in cash. You could have invested in a mutual fund. You could have invested in an annuity. You could have invested in a treasury bill, a T-bill. I need to get Russ on here to explain the difference between a T-bill and a bond for me. But anyway, I digress. You could have invested in Apple stock.
Yes.
Okay. Gold mining stocks. Or you could have bought 2 Bitcoins.
Right.
If you bought 2 Bitcoins with your $84,000 or 64, no, it would have been 84. If you had bought 2 Bitcoins with your $84,000, you would have lost $20,000 over the weekend. Now, I don't know about you, but that's not the type of investment that I would like to invest in.
It's not a fun one.
Not fun at all. Not fun at all. So, what the first rule of making money is, or investing Warren Buffett, according to Warren Buffett,
study.
Never lose money.
Right.
Never lose money. So let's see, pull up that Facebook chart right there. I'm going to make some predictions about Facebook. Okay. Facebook's down 3%. Let's Jamie get it back. Okay. So is it 260? Is it it was at 270 not too long ago, 272. The high today is 262. So it's been volatile today, 3%. So you would have lost 3% of your money. Let's click on a 5-day, Jamie. So let's look back on what was Friday, the 8th or something like that?
The 8th, yes.
Okay. So if you'd have bought it on Friday, even at 268, you could have bought it down there at two. What's the low point on Friday, Jamie? 263. Mm-hmm. So, all right, you're better at math than me. So
sometimes.
Okay. What would $84,000? Let's see, that'd be divided by 263, correct? If you invested that $84,000 into Bitcoin on Friday, 84, 1, 2, 3, you would have lost $20,000.
Right.
Divided by 263 had you bought Facebook stock.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you'd had 319 shares, and today it's what worth what?
260.
260. $83,000. So if you'd have taken your $84,000 and bought 2 Bitcoins on Friday, you would have $64,000 today.
You would.
Yep. If you took your $84,000 and bought how many shares of that?
35
shares of Facebook.
Mm-hmm. You still had 83,000.
You would have lost $1,000, and that's not fun. But man,
what's the growth potential in Facebook as compared to, let's say, if Bitcoin goes back to 42,000 tomorrow?
Yeah. Let's say
you got your 84,000 back.
Yeah, let's say what if, but see, you're making. I mean, sure. I mean, if you're just using what ifs, I mean, what if Facebook goes to 1,000 overnight? But it's very unlikely to happen. So that. But to my point, you're making my point, Joey. I can look at Facebook. I can look at their revenue. I can look at their history. I can look at their intrinsic value. I can look at their cash flow. I can look at their assets. I can look at their liabilities.
Right.
I can look at several factors. By the way,
make a decision
to predict where I think their stock and their value is going to be, whether it's undervalued and overvalued. And I have some what I consider inside information. So here's pay attention. I have some insider information on Facebook and what's going to happen. I don't have a crystal ball, but I have a crystal ball. Okay. So
you're in the know. I'm
in the know when it comes to Facebook. For instance, back in the summer, or maybe the spring, when they reported their, it was the spring when they reported their first quarter earnings. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of hesitation because a lot of fear because of coronavirus. And I was like, look, Facebook, everybody's running to Facebook to run ads. Mm-hmm. You know, we were first in there, and now we got just plenty of help people in there, advertising on Facebook. We have more competition on Facebook now, right?
We do.
3 years ago, it was us. It was just us. Okay. Yes. In the car business, at least. Now everybody's on there. So I said, look, if Joey and Billy can figure out that you need to be advertising on Facebook, and now there's a pandemic that says you can't go out into public,
everybody's going to be on Facebook.
Everybody's going to be on Facebook. So I called my stockbroker, Russ Story, and I said, Russ, there is no doubt you're way smarter than I am when it comes to the stock market. But trust me when I tell you, buy Facebook. So he used some of my money and bought Facebook. And I think maybe he recommended some other people, and maybe he even bought some himself.
Right.
Because as soon as they reported, they way more revenue shot through the roof.
Yes.
So pull that Facebook chart back up. I'm going to make a prediction about the future of Facebook. Yep. Okay. So Jamie, let me see the chart. Do a 1 year.
1 year.
Okay. So if you look over there at May,
had a good run.
All right, but even right in there, I think it's when they reported somewhere right in there. Now I may be wrong, but look, I did not predict. If you go to the bottom right there, go all the way down to the bottom, the very bottom. All right, Corona did that. Okay, 146. Boy, if you'd have bought that, you know what I'm saying? That would have been super. It's hard to time the market. It's almost impossible. Some people get lucky, and it's better to be lucky than good.
Absolutely. But
I wasn't lucky, so because I did not back up the truck and buy everything right there. I was scared, as was a lot of people. But if you go to the right, to the next kind of big dip, keep going. I think either that one, right, that dip right there. One of those dips right there is right before they reported their earnings. And I did make the prediction. They're going up. I said, they got way more revenue than ever. However, here's the inside information. Fourth quarter of 2020. Trust Billy from Broxton when I tell you Facebook had a decrease in revenue Q4.
Yes.
Do you agree?
I agree.
Okay. How do we know that? Trust me, we know that. There's tons of people who do what we do, who buy media, and we buy Facebook media, and hundreds, thousands, if not millions of media buyers were having difficulty getting their ads to spend.
A lot of difficulty. Yes.
One particular company spent $45 million in the last 5 years on Facebook ads.
Right.
We spent 6 or 7. We'll call it 6 so that we're not
overstepping.
So we're not. What's another good adjective? So we're not painting a picture that's not there. Somebody help me with a. Somebody in the comments can help us. What is the word I'm looking for? So that we're not. What are you doing when you're painting a picture that's not there? Exaggerating. So that we're not exaggerating. Okay. We'll call it 6. We spent $6 million. We had a little difficulty. We worked it all out. We're rocking and rolling now.
Yes.
But the guy who spent $45 million, they took his complete ads manager off. I'm not talking about what they've done to some of the politicians. The most famous politician of all times. I'm talking about people spending money on there.
Yes. A lot of money.
A lot of money. They are going to show a loss in revenue in Q4. So if you go back to that chart, Jamie, and go to just a 1 day, it's fine with me. You see where it's at 259 right there. When they come out and report on January the 28th, I think it's okay for me to say this. Now, this is just my opinion. I'm not an expert.
No, you don't have kind of inside information, but not from the company.
No, so the people on the street, that's what they call it. When Facebook beats the street, the street estimates what their revenue is going to be.
Right.
And I don't know what they're going to estimate, but I'm going to tell you that they're not going to meet the street. They're definitely not going to beat the street. They're going to come in as lacking. Below. Come in low. Okay.
Yes.
This is my opinion, my prediction, my crystal ball.
I share this one.
Do you? Okay. So we disagree. I don't even think we disagree on Bitcoin. I think you just, for some reason, want to believe the bubble, believe the fantasy. I think you want to believe that there's still a chance that one particular politician might actually be in that seat come February. But anyway, so you like to believe in those fantasies. So do you like to believe in Bitcoin? However, we agree on Facebook.
Yes.
Now, here's my prediction. They're going to lose revenue because of some of the crazy stuff they're doing, taking people, deplatforming people. Yes. They're going to lose revenue because they're not helping their small businesses. They're going to lose revenue because Apple will not let Facebook track the users across their platforms.
That's right.
Okay. So they're going to lose revenue. They're off 3% today. By February, I call a 30% decrease.
That's strong.
By the middle of February. So I've made a short, this is called a short position, a short prediction. I've made a short prediction back during the spring, and I called my stockbroker and I said, hey, I want to short these retail stocks. Bed Bath & Beyond. There were some other like mall names. Pull up, I think it's BBB, Bed Bath & Beyond, a chart for BBB. Anyway, I'll show you. Maybe it's not. Might just type in Bed Bath & Beyond. So I made a prediction that they were going to drop like a rock
because people couldn't get to their stores.
I think look at a 1 year. That was exactly that was my thinking too. Look at a 1 year. Well, look what I started shorting it in May. Yeah. So what was, just see what it was in May. It was $6. So take this into consideration when you take my advice about Facebook stock. I said that Bed Bath & Beyond was going to fall like a rock because malls were closed. They couldn't make any money. Their products aren't that good.
You discounted online shopping.
I discounted. Yeah, I guess.
Right there in October where it spiked back up is when they kind of lifted all the sanctions.
Yeah, but they haven't done that in California or New York, which I consider to be the two busiest places for malls.
I think New York used to be, but they were still going through coronavirus then pretty bad.
Yeah, well, anyway, this is a chart of my first short call. And I took my beating and I called back my stockbroker and I said, I don't know if you call it selling it or buying it, but get me cash back for that short position I had. So he gave me back cash and I bought Facebook with it. Now, so if you look at May, I'll go back to Facebook. I could have stayed in Bed Bath & Beyond. No, I couldn't have. I should have turned my short into a own. But I did pretty good with my Facebook from
absolutely
them.
Yep.
But I'm going on the record saying Facebook's going 30% decline.
So it's going to be 200.
Yeah. I mean, that's minimum. So if you'd like to short it with me,
I'll
take your own.
I'll short it with you.
Okay. I'm not an expert. My only short position I've ever taken, I got destroyed. So only do it if you have the money you can afford to lose it. By the way, speaking of that,
yes.
Do you know who the demise of the middle class investment portfolio is going to be? And I predict this to be in 2021.
Who?
Robinhood. Have you got Robinhood?
No.
Okay. Raise your hand. Give us a comment if you have Robinhood. So you understand what Robinhood is, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Robinhood is the number one, let's say amateur
platform.
investment. Yep. Investment platform. And they are using the same tactics that Facebook and Instagram and TikTok use. When you make your first trade, confetti. And they have people like you and me that are not experts, that really have no business trying to run our own options and short calls and margin calls.
Right.
And you can do that on
Robinhood?
Yes, as an amateur. And it ain't gonna turn out good. It ain't gonna turn out good. So let's just take a look at Bitcoin to see where it's at before, see if it's fallen some more since we've been on here. I just want to make sure. And maybe it went back to 42,000.
Yeah, I think it will.
Okay. 30,000. So it's dropped some more.
A little bit more.
It has dropped some more. Woo. So I think it's a bubble. Now here's what else I think. Tesla's a bubble.
Okay.
Tesla's bubble. Do you know that? Take a look at Tesla's. Scroll down. Let's look at their market cap. $792 billion is their market cap. Okay.
How much will the stock have to come down to the point where Elon Musk?
Hey, come on in, buddy. Man, I wish you had a TV. You don't have a TV with you, do? Okay.
Still on the truck.
Oh, they got some hats. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Stay tuned. You're going to want one of these hats. So what was your question?
What price would the stock have to go to be at the point that Elon Musk wouldn't be the richest man in the world anymore?
Well, so that's pretty easy. Click on a 5-day. Where was it? When did he become the richest man? I think was it Thursday or Friday?
I think it was Thursday.
Let me take a look.
I'm sure it was Thursday.
Was it Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
What day was that? The 8th?
Yep.
So what did it start out on Thursday, January the 8th?
850, 857, 856.
So you're right a little bit there, James. January 8th down at the bottom.
755.
755. That's January.
That's Wednesday.
Yeah. Go to the January 8th. If you look at it at the bottom. Right there. It would have to go to 816.
816. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, it's down almost 5% today.
Mm-hmm.
So, but my point is two things. The market cap is 792. 792 billion, almost a trillion. There was a time 4 years ago, when nobody had been at $1 trillion valuation yet. It was a race between Amazon, Google, Facebook, Microsoft, Apple, and there's this one foreign country, but foreign company. But anyway, now there's several $1 trillion valuation companies, and Tesla is almost there, 792 billion. Now, here's the part that I want you and Cooper and all you Tesla bulls out there. By the way, if you're a Tesla bull and you bought it on Friday, you lost 5% of your money. If you'd put $100,000 in there, now you have 95,000. Okay, so you lost 5,000 if you'd purchased Tesla. But there's no value there. Look at their PE. Okay, the PE ratio. That's if I'm not mistaken, that is profit or price per earnings ratio.
Right.
So the price.
Low.
Hmm?
You want it to be low.
Yeah. When it's at 1,600, that's high.
There's not a lot of earnings.
That's high. Okay, so now let's just pull up. What's a nice car company that makes money, makes nice cars, makes profit that we deal with, and they sell a lot of cars?
Let's say
GM chart. First of all, the price is $44. Okay, and now let's run right down to the market cap.
63 billion.
63 billion. All right, so how much bigger, according to the market cap, is Tesla than General Motors?
13 times.
13 times. Do you think that Tesla is 13 times more valuable than General Motors?
No.
I mean,
the PE ratio tells me it's not.
Well, I like that thinking better than some of the Bitcoin style thinking, but the PE ratio is 19. Some people you say that's high, right?
Right.
So,
but compared to 1656,
it's very low.
Minuscule. Yes,
that's correct. But here's my point, and I wonder. Click on the financials up there, at the bottom left, Jamie. Go all the way to the left side of your screen. I'm sorry, left side.
Other left.
Or go to your right side then, or the left side. Scroll your mouse to the left. I mean, not your your browser. Your pointer. Yeah, go all the way farther now down. Click on financials. There you go. Revenue, 35 billion. Now, what was the and the net income is 4 billion. Is that correct? Am I reading that correct? That's awesome. It's up 72% year over year. Great job.
Yes.
Great job, General Motors. Net profit margin, 11%. It's up 71%. Awesome. Okay.
Operating income up 77%.
Yes. Net change in cash, 2.7 billion. So I guess they reinvested a lot of the
net
money.
change is down though, so that's good.
Cash on hand is 22 billion. So 22 billion. Hey, open up a completely different window, Jamie. I want to take a look at this. And right there, go back to a Tesla chart. Yeah, Tesla stock chart. 841 is the price. Their financials. 8 billion. Now click back on GM's. 35 billion. Now, is revenue important?
Absolutely.
I judge our success
based on revenue.
Based on revenue.
Yes.
All right. So net income is 4 billion. Click back on Tesla. Net income 331 million.
It's a lot less.
A whole lot less. So what's the why do you tell me why do people go crazy for Tesla?
Look for the net change in cash.
Okay.
What is that?
I'm not sure. He's got 5.9 billion. Let's just look at the amount of cash. He's got 6 billion. Click on GM. Cash on hand 22 billion.
Okay, cash on hand 22. What was it on Tesla? I
think it was 6.
No, 14.5.
Okay, 14.5. Compared to click back again, Jamie.
22.
22 billion? Hey, buddy, come on in. This is my favorite guy right here. My favorite guy. Awesome. Thank you, buddy. Hey, by the way, UPS brought us some hats. We'll get those out. FedEx
Brought some money.
brought us some cash. This is revenue. Can't run a business without revenue.
You can't.
That's why Tesla's a bubble. So, but the cash on hand is $22 billion for General Motors and $14 billion for
Tesla.
Mm-hmm. So General Motors has more cash. They have more profit. They have way more revenue. How much more revenue? 13 times? No.
Yeah.
It's insane. 6 times. It's insane that you would value, and you can buy General Motors for a 19 times multiple, or you can buy Tesla for a 1,600 times multiple.
Right.
Buy it if you want to. And I love Elon Musk. I think he's amazing and wonderful. By the way, do you see Tesla gaining market share and being bigger than General Motors and Toyota? We hadn't even talked about Toyota. Pull up Toyota.
Yeah. No.
Now they may make the batteries for all the cars. Sweet.
Follow up on that.
It's here now. So you can continue. To those of you running my ads department, you can continue the ads for that undisclosed dealer right there. That was pretty quick.
Absolutely.
Oh, by the way, I got to talk about somebody real quick.
Okay.
He kind of reminds me of me because he's stupid sometimes. And I have a history of being stupid at times. Right? Now, I'm calling myself stupid first, right?
Right.
Jose, sometimes you're a little bit stupid, man. Jose Santiago, you my boy. But Jose listens. Now he doesn't always, he listens and then he does whatever Jose does, right?
Right.
So he makes his decisions. He makes some risky decisions and he's made some dumb decisions. I made way more dumb decisions than you have, Jose. Okay. But one thing he listened to me on, I said, Jose, get out there, get your name out there. No, Felipe, that wasn't. Felipe asked me, was that his dealer? That's not your dealer, buddy. Sorry. You can't turn your ads on. But Jose, your ads get to turn on. So Jose, he started putting information out there on LinkedIn, on Facebook. He started messaging dealers. He started telling people about how we can help them. And I said, pay attention to the incoming messages. So I was down in Florida yesterday or the day before, and Jose said, hey, I got this dealer. He wants to do an event. Bam, 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 bam. I said, do this, tell him this. Boom. The check came in. So
good job, Jose.
Thank you, Jose.
Absolutely.
That's a good job. Felipe, let's read the comments.
Felipe says, that money.
Jose
says, Felipe, come on, man.
So is Felipe a Bitcoin bear or bull?
He is a Bitcoin bear.
Is he? Okay. What about Jose? Is he a Bitcoin bear?
I don't know about Jose.
Ray
I
Moochie?
think Felipe's a Tesla bull.
Is he?
Yes.
Okay. How about my boy Elon and Tesla? Okay, so that's what he was asking there.
Buyback Billy, get him to the money.
Getting to the money. Hello.
Felipe says, how about my boy Elon and Tesla?
Yep. Well, hopefully we just answered that for you. Now, okay, you want me to play devil's advocate now and tell you why all the hype about Tesla?
Go ahead.
Best technology in the world. It's one of the smartest people on the planet. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, we're talking about a guy who took a rocket to the ISS for $4 million, and NASA, it was costing them $40 million.
Right.
So he's brilliant. His technology is very the best in the world. He's got the best batteries in the world. He's got the best technology in the world. He has the best coders in the world. He has the best developers in the world. He is willing to work 100 hours a week. He is not scared to take risks. He's working on something that's more important to him than actually being the richest man in the world.
Right. So he has a passion for what he does.
A tremendous passion. He doesn't care if he like when they said he was the richest man in the world. He said, that's weird. Oh, well, back to work. Right. So they're betting on Elon, and they're betting on the technology, and they're betting that this batteries and his technology will be used in all the electric cars. That, my friend, is a huge speculation.
It is.
That's a huge speculation,
because they're betting on the fact that all the auto manufacturers are going to have to go to all these batteries.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Felipe said, how about Acorn? So Acorn's not a problem. Okay. I had Acorns. You know what Acorns is?
It's the same type thing as Robinhood.
Well, I think it's a little safer than Robinhood. They have they have a lot of funds and ETFs that you can choose. You can choose how risky you want to be.
Right. Aggressive.
They don't incentivize you. They don't have options and short sales and all that.
Okay.
And it's just an investment. It's a dollar cost averaging system to put money in, and you can, like I was putting in X amount every month, just draft it in.
Okay.
And then also sometimes they team up with retailers. So if you buy something from, just using Target, then they will round up and invest that for you. So it's a way to kind of set it and forget it, or invest for the long run. And I got to thinking, you know what, man, I want to get rich now. So I stopped putting that money in there and started putting it in my business, and, investing in infrastructure and advertising and this building and the parking lot, so that I can, that's building my net worth now and making it easier to increase our cash flow in the future.
Yes.
Okay. So this is very important. If you're watching this show to learn about money and not stocks, then let me tell you something. Your cash flow is the most important thing. And it doesn't matter. There's a lot of speculation on what's going to happen with the economy.
There is.
So some people say there's going to be inflation. Some people say there's going to be deflation. Both people say that's terrible in the end of, like if it turns into hyperinflation, we're Germany,
right?
Deflation means there's no demand, prices shrink, prices drop, demand drops, so spending drops, profit margins drop, businesses fail, which causes more prices to drop and causes just a downward spiral of deflation.
Failure, yes.
Yeah. On the other hand, all the printing of money and the debt causing asset prices like the bubble we're seeing in all these stocks to go up.
Right.
The value of the dollar goes down. That's inflationary, and that can lead to troubles too. I don't know which one's going to happen. So the best thing to do is invest in sound businesses. I invest in my business first. Invest in yourself first.
Yes.
So Jamie, Jose, Felipe, Ty, all you guys that are young, rather than trying to figure out which stock you need to be investing in, the stock you need to be investing in is yourself.
Absolutely. 100%.
If you don't have the first $10,000 you get, okay, let me be very clear. I don't want to mislead, because this is serious what I'm telling you. And I'll tell my children this. You need about $10,000 in a bank account, so in case something happens,
emergency fund, whatever you want.
In case you lose your job, in case you get laid off, in case the economy stops, in case Facebook ads don't work and you can't generate revenue, you need that $10,000 cash there so you can survive, and you're not sweating it. You're not like freaking out. Oh my God, I can't pay my bills. So the first thing to do is not live check to check. You do that by increasing your income enough to store up about $10,000 cash. Okay. The next $10,000 you get, you need to invest in yourself. What's some ways you can invest in yourself, Joey? Books,
seminars, training.
If you had $10,000, okay, and a ticket for the front row of a Tony Robbins business mastery class for 3 days was $1,000, would that be a good investment?
Yes.
If you think that he's someone that you can learn from, and I did it,
right?
If you can go to I tell you right now, the 10X Growth Con, it's going to be in March or something. It's going to be virtual, I do believe. I've already bought my ticket. It was $97 to have access. Well, guess what? Then I hit the funnel. He hit me with the funnel. Get VIP access, exclusive access, just a few people for $397.
Got it.
I paid it because there's, man,
So much value.
So much
there.
value.
Yes.
Let me listen to me, guys, young guys that are listening, and I appreciate you commenting. I appreciate you talking to me, and I appreciate you watching the show. When I tell you that when I didn't have an extra $10,000, I spent every bit of it on investing in myself. My library at home is full of books. My your online
Audible?
book, Audible. My Audible is full of books that I paid $20 each for. I paid for Tony Robbins seminars. I paid for Grant Cardone training. I paid for Bob Proctor to coach me. I paid. That's investing. And what I'm telling you is, whether the economy is hit with inflation or whether it's hit with deflation,
you'll be a better you.
Billy's going to be fine.
That's right.
Either way, because I have skills and I have knowledge and I have specialized knowledge that I learned from investing in myself. And Joey, we did it 3 years ago. We started from zero and went to $6 million a year in revenue. Revenue is important. But we did that with the skills that we learned when we were investing our time in training. So it matters.
It does.
It totally matters. And investing in yourself will pay you way more than investing in Tesla, investing in gold, investing in Facebook, trying to short the market. These we talk about stocks on here because they're interesting. And once you have your cash safety pad,
right,
and once you have invested, I mean, you still need to. I invest in myself every single month.
Yes.
When the pandemic hit, we have a training. We have our own training platform that we sell to people. If you would like, to get trained by me, trained by Joey and Jamie, who does the Digital BDC Academy, then just let us know. Matter of fact, anybody who's watching this, I will give you lifetime access for $99. Now, if you are crazy enough to think about investing in the stock market, but you won't give me $99 for our access when I'm telling you the information in there is what helped us go from zero to
6 million,
then you're probably watching the wrong show. So send us a message. We'll tell you how to get turned on. $99, and that's the value. What were we selling it for? What was our first retail price that we were going to sell it for monthly?
Monthly was going to be $199.
$199. So $200 a month for 12 months, $6,000. You're getting a $6,000 value for $99.
You can't beat it.
I mean, that would be silly not to do it.
Yes.
Anyway, I still also pay my mentor, and I pay for his training. It's $2,000 a month.
Yes.
I pay $2,000 a month so that I still have access to my mentor's training. And I'm telling you,
and the reason you do it is because the value exceeds $2,000 every month.
Yeah, it's $24,000. It's $48,000. I signed a 2-year contract. It's $48,000 is how much I pay for my training. $48,000. You know why? Because without it, I would have went from zero to who knows? I would have went from zero to maybe $10,000 a year, maybe $20,000,
right?
Maybe $100,000. Maybe 200,000.
Maybe get lucky and hit $500,000.
Maybe $500,000 a year.
Right.
But I still got my 48,000 over here. Well, I spent the 48,000 and we went to 6 million a year. And that's the truth.
Yes.
That's the kind of thinking you have to have.
Growth mindset.
You have to be willing to invest in yourself. I don't know anybody in my inner circle. Joey probably would have. I didn't ask anybody, by the way. When I decided to pay $48,000 for our training, I don't know anybody said, yeah, Billy, that's a great idea, man. Man, that's smart.
Right.
Now, but I did it. And when the pandemic hit, a lot of things, a lot of people
pulled
away and cut back on their training. I didn't. We kept training.
That's right.
So anyway, that's why we'll be okay if we have inflation or if we have deflation, because here's what I know how to do. Here's what Joey knows how to do. We know how to create cash flow in any environment. All right. So here's rule number one. If you're a business person, if you're watching this, here's rule number one. You need to understand that you are a business, and a business, a real legitimate business, needs cash flow. You have to increase your cash flow. The only way to increase your cash flow is to find a problem. You got to be looking for problems. Then what, Joey?
Then you guys come up with a solution.
You have to come up with a solution. So if you're looking around your hometown, if you're looking around your website, if you're looking around your Facebook friends, whether they're going crazy right now or excited right now,
or calm and indifferent.
There's never been a better time, and it's never been easier to generate cash flow.
Because there's a lot of problems that people have. All you got to do is come up with a solution and then find the people that'll pay you for it.
That's it. There's some problems out there. Now, here's what most of the people on my friends list are doing. Probably the same thing. What are they doing? What are your friends doing, Joey?
All talking about problems.
They're all talking about problems. We mention them.
Sure.
Okay. We don't like some of the things that are going on, but problems are opportunities. So those people who are offering solutions right now, here's what, there's a pile of talented people out there. I'm talking about really talented people, really smart people that are focused on politics right now.
The wrong thing.
If they're focused on politics and I'm focused on generating money, who's going to get the money?
You are. It's because you've built a society in its business, though, of problem solvers and not people that go, yeah, there's another problem.
Mm-hmm.
You have to come up with a solution.
Got to come up with a solution. So let's go to my Facebook account right there, Jamie. And I'm just going to, this is worth a whole lot of money, what I'm about to tell you right here. If you are watching this, you need to understand that you're a salesperson. I shared this morning. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Today you can sell more cars using Facebook and text than any other method. So what I'm saying is today, as of today, Facebook, Instagram, direct message and Facebook Messenger and or text, and a combination thereof, is still the easiest and most effective way to sell anything.
It is.
Okay. Jamie, you were on pages before you got on here. What was going on those pages? Tell. When I walked in, I said, Jamie, how's it looking? What's going on? What did you tell me?
A lot of action.
Turn them.
A lot of action.
A lot of action. So we put the ads out there Saturday and Sunday. The ads started delivering.
Saturday night.
Leads started coming in. When those leads started coming in, what were we doing, Jamie?
Answering those leads with a big offer.
Answering those leads immediately. So it's that simple, guys. We're telling you how to do it. Here's how you can create revenue, increase your cash flow, be a problem solver, and increase your income and net worth. We're telling you how to do it. Put you some ads out there. Now, if you're having trouble with your ads manager, let me know, because I'm not. Our ads are delivering. You can create an appealing ad that generates a text message or a Facebook Messenger.
Yes.
And then you can't just leave them on there. And listen to me. Get rid of Car Now. Get rid of Gubagoo. They are worthless. They are driving your customers away. I will prove it to you. Okay. If you use Gubagoo, you use Car Now or any other chat provider, I don't care what you pay them.
You're wasting money.
True. I'll prove it. You can keep your contract with them. Just turn them off. Let us answer your leads. I'll do it for 30 days, zero charge, and I will sell you cars. We will sell cars.
Provide the value up front.
Our chat, our messenger sells cars. So if your chat provider is not, or either the people who answer your Facebook Messenger is not using appointment-based selling, and that they don't understand the art of text message selling, and they can't tell you the first 5 rules of the art of text message selling, they're not helping you. You need to turn them off. You can keep your contract with them. I'll do it for free for 30 days. I'll generate revenue for you that will show you how much revenue. Let's be conservative. Let's take a dealership that sells 100 cars a month, Joey.
Okay.
How many cars are they currently selling with their chat provider?
2, maybe.
I think
Maybe.
that's
probably high.
I think it's real high. I think it's too high, but I'll give it to you. 2 cars. Average PVR was
Say 2,500.
okay. So they're selling, they're generating. This is being very generous to them. I think they're running customers off. Joey says they're selling 2 cars, so they're generating you $5,000. That's the most generous. I couldn't imagine Joey being that generous, but that's okay. I'll stick with it. Selling 2 cars. If they turn that chat provider off and they put DigiNinja Chat on their website, and our ninjas, our team is answering those leads that come into chat, how many cars will we sell for that dealership that normally sells 100 cars?
15.
15. Don't like that? Cut it in half. 7.5. Cut it to 7 times 2,500
is 17.5.
17.5. Okay, so we just made you an extra. We sold 5 extra cars.
$12,000.
Yeah, 5 times 25. That 12.5. Just by using our chat, you just made $12,500 net. That's money that you wouldn't have had if we weren't on there. So anyway, you got to get rid of them. So if you can do it yourself, that's fine. Create an appealing ad that generates a text message or a messenger message. Number 2, use real-time response by real people who know how to have a meaningful conversation through text message.
The meaningful conversation is the whole secret.
Yep. If you're not having a meaningful conversation, because number 1, most people don't respond. Most dealerships don't respond to their Facebook Messenger. And if they do, they just say, hey, give me a call. I was actually at a dealership. This is a big dealership. They have 3 brands right beside each other, and they have a BDC manager, and they understand that it's important to talk to their messenger, and they know that I was doing some chat work for one of their other stores. So the BDC manager, by the way, I love BDC managers. I'm just telling you this, this is helpful information that people need to know. So he wanted to make sure that he was responding because people were looking, like the owner and stuff.
Right.
Hey, give me a call. Hey, give me a call, and send a phone number. They wanted to call you, they would have called you. They wouldn't have sent you a message.
Right.
So that's crazy, man. Give the people what they want, which is meaningful conversation through the actual messenger. That's why it's there. It's not to generate a phone call. It's to get an appointment using the method that they want.
Yes.
Anyway, so you need to use real-time people. If your people can do it, that's fine.
If not, we know some people.
Yeah, we know some people. The only manual out there to tell you how to do it is The Art of Text Message Selling. So you need to buy that book. When somebody else has another manual, I'll say, hey, you can buy this book or that. But right now there's one manual, and that's The Art of Text Message Selling.
And it works.
It does work. Number 3, provide so much value and be so helpful that the customer has a strong desire to come in. Let's use a real-time person here. Chad Gay, he's out there training a BDC in Texas this week.
He is. Yep.
Now he's going to get one-on-one, with the operators in the BDC. He's going to show them what to do.
Right.
And I guarantee you, when those leads start coming in, he's going to be so helpful that people can pick up on the fact that he has a great attitude.
Yes.
Okay. And eventually he'll probably get a phone number, during the conversation, he'll get a phone number and an appointment. And when he calls them, he's already given them price options. He's given them some different option A, option
levels. Yes.
Yes. He's given them all these things. He's given them an idea of what their trade-in should be worth, how to get the most for their trade-in. He's been very, very helpful. And then when he gets on the phone with them, you can tell in his voice, he's really trying to help you.
Yes.
People will stop what they're doing to come have a conversation to meet Chad, because they know that he's not just trying to sell them something.
They know he cares.
He really cares. He really does. So once you do that, you can lock down the appointment. The simplest way. How do you like to lock down the appointment, Joey?
I like to lock it down by
you have any word tracks or anything?
Well, if just asking if there's any reason they couldn't make it in right then.
Is there any reason, Mr. Customer? I know you say you're coming tomorrow at 4 p.m., but look, this is a really big deal. we're going to move heaven and earth for you. Is there any reason other than a nationwide lockdown? And then could you maybe even like break
me somewhere?
Yeah, let's still do it anyway. Is there any reason why you can't be here tomorrow at 4? If they tell you anything besides yes,
Then you don't have it. You don't have an appointment.
That's correct. That's correct. If they say anything besides no, I said that wrong, didn't I?
Well,
Is there any reason why you can't be here tomorrow at 4? If they say anything besides no, I'll be there. You don't have a real appointment.
that's right.
So anyway, that's how you do it, man.
Then you don't just throw it away though. You still have to go back in and lock the appointment down. Find out what the objection is that you haven't covered.
Find out what the real objection is.
Right.
There's something else there that you haven't uncovered yet. You have to flush the objection.
If they say, well, we'll see, we'll try to make it in. Yeah, you don't have an appointment there.
There's the designer. Come on in, designer. Do what now? What'd you say?
I thought the show was over.
The show was over. We're going to go 2 hours today. All right. So listen, you can do all that on your own. If you can't do that on your own, you can go down there and see who shared it, because I think, April, didn't you share my post this morning? She's the only one that shared it. Look at there. So you can actually click on that and call her. She put her phone number in there and she can explain to you how we can do that for you. So let's go back to our comments to make sure that we didn't miss anybody. I do appreciate the guys who have taken the time to comment today. All right. Good.
Hi to Brandy Stewart Thomas.
Yep, absolutely. Hello there, Brandy. So thank you guys for watching. And before we go, I just want to, you don't have to put it on the screen, but just click over there and let me see that. Well, never mind. They already took it down. The Bitcoin chart.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Bitcoin's either going to be at 32, 42 or 12,000 come tomorrow. So tune in to see what
Where
the
it
roller.
ends up.
Whoa, look at 30,300 dropping like a rock. Yep. So take my advice, short Facebook. Don't buy Bitcoin only if you can afford to be wrong, because there's a 49% chance I'm wrong. Hey, tomorrow's our sales show. You thought this was good. Tune in tomorrow and we'll teach you how to sell something on the Digital BDC Academy and the Digi Ninja Sales Academy. See you tomorrow, guys.
See you tomorrow.